Welcome to a special presentation about the Power and Possibility Hackathon. I'll be your host, Alexis Trujillo. In this special series, we'll be presenting you a sponsor and mentors of this hackathon, so you can get tips about the approach and projects you may submit. The winner project will get a prize of $10,000 in SEM and access to the Ignite from NEM Ventures Incubator program. Also, the second and a third prizes will be rewarded. For more about our case studies and projects built on Symbol, visit the enterprise page, symbolplatform.com. We're really happy because today we have all of the judges of the Power and Possibility Hackathon. There you have them, okay? We have Sharon Rubin from NEM Ventures and from NEM Software. We have Anthony, Chris Tilly, and Mike. How are you guys? Welcome to the show and thank you for your time.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you.
No, it's great to have you all. I don't know. Well, okay, you should do, a little introduction by yourselves, of course, to all of those of our ecosystem and the rest of the developers who are interested in joining the Power and Possibility Hackathon to know a little about yourself. Let's begin with Sharon.
True. My background, I spent about almost a decade in supply chain and logistics. And what brought me to venture capital was actually a few advisories and mentorships that I did for 2 supply chain startups back at the time. And that kind of got me into venture capital. I ended up taking a look at all sorts of technologies and industries with a venture group, which led me actually into a few blockchain investments. And I ended up actually at NEM Ventures about 1.5 years ago, looking primarily at blockchain opportunities.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the hackathon, because it's going to be the first Symbol hackathon. So very exciting as we launch this new platform. So I'm Anthony Welfare. I'm the Executive Director for Enterprise at NEM Software. I've been here for probably 9 months now, actually quite a while. My previous to that, I was with Oracle and DXC Technology, looking after enterprise blockchain for a number of large clients globally. And previous to that, I spent my career in retailing and sort of consulting. So really excited to see what we can build with Symbol and how we can merge all the work that you guys are going to do with the hackathon with the bigger companies in the bigger world that we work with and are starting to. So welcome everyone.
How about you, Christy?
Hi everyone, welcome to the hackathon. Thank you so much for participating. And if you are thinking of participating, get in quick because this is going to be great. So CTO of NEM Software. I have very much been born of the blockchain. I got my start in Bitcoin in 2010. Have worked primarily on the software development side, which morphed into hardware development and design, and then eventually blockchain infrastructure. And I have quite a varied career spanning from artificial intelligence to traditional management to just helping businesses understand the power and the scalability of blockchain technologies and how they can use that to revolutionize their businesses.
Great to hear that. Okay, how about you, Mike?
Hi there, Mike Sotirakos, Managing Director of NEM Software. Really excited that I participate in this hackathon in the judge capacity. I started my career in engineering and safety critical systems. I worked for very large corporations, and then I saw the light. I had, by the way, misspent youth. I have 3 degrees in computer science and engineering, so I'm a nerd. But I ventured out to safety critical systems, created a consultancy that exit in 2013, and since then I invested in a number of startups and scale-ups in AI, big data, fashion, all sorts of things. I've learned a hell of a lot. Participated in many accelerators with MIT, London Business School, and I have helped probably 100+ startups to start. So I'm very excited to be part of the ecosystem. Blockchain, I believe, can change the world, and I'm inviting you to come and help with that change.
Well, it's really great to have you all here today. And to Sharon, I'd like to ask Sharon, since she's in the ventures industries, what do you think are the real trends? And what trend will be interesting to find in this hackathon?
Sure, I'll be happy to list my top 10 with two caveats. One being they're in no particular order of importance, and two being if you happen to have a POC or an idea that that isn't included in one of these 10, then feel free to bring your idea along, and we'd be sure to take a look at it. So these are the top 10 that I personally feel like they're going to be leading us at least in 2021. NFTs, 1. 2, the intersection between staking and DeFi and POS tokens. 3, proof of ownership. 4, it sounds kind of, it's been a leading trend for quite a long time, but it's data records such as health records, warehouse, supply chain, etc. 5, securitization. 6, interoperability. 7, hybrid systems. 8, decentralized exchanges. 9, self-sovereign identity. And 10, the intersection between blockchain and IoT. So those are my top 10.
No, that's fine. And how about you, the rest of you guys? Would you add something to that list?
Well, I'm interested in the intersection of enterprise and consumer. So I don't know if that is something that can be explored in the hackathon and the real application of that.
How about you,
real
Anthony?
use cases in that.
Yeah, I mean, great list. We want to keep it as wide as possible, so I don't want to say too much because I don't want to lead people down, certain paths. So, for me, it's keep it, what Sharon's talked about, all of those are, very good use cases. It's about what is commercial and what can be, a real use case. So as Mike says, it's about the reality of it. So what are the humans in the real world? So us, we're all humans, going to do with that, or what a business is going to do with that. So that for me is where you think about, and the best solutions are always to the simple problems. The complex problems are always quite difficult, but some of the best products and solutions in the world are just solutions to simple problems in life or business as well. So, I think about, Sharon's list. Some of these intersections are very interesting. Interoperability, working with IoT and things, AI and blockchain, some really, really interesting areas around those as well.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we always hear that blockchain it is a silver bullet for every problem, but it's not. Okay. And speaking of that, Anthony, what would you think the developers should bring to the real world as a commercial solution?
Yeah. So a great point and a great, blockchain is not a silver bullet. It's not going to solve all the problems in the world ever. I would love it to, and that's our role. After doing this for a number of years, I do believe blockchain can improve most things in life, but not everything. And so if you're a developer about to, join the hackathon, think about not just the coding and how to piece this together and how to make it work, which is critically important. How are we going to use it? How's the business going to use it? How's it going to impact your life or somebody else's life? Because if you think about that side of it, it will help how you build it, how you piece it together. And, don't try and make blockchain the solution for a problem. Find the problem, and if blockchain works, tick, let's build the blockchain solution for it. If blockchain doesn't improve it, use a different solution. There's plenty of other amazing technologies out there and normal traditional technologies that do a good job. So focus on the ones where you think blockchain will make the difference And that's normally around complexity, different parties, different companies, different people interacting in different ways and not seeing the same data. So for me, it's about this, thinking about one source of truth is quite often said in the industry. So one view of the same data. So we all see the same number, because on this call, there's 5 of us. We could have different numbers for the same thing. You see this many times in life and business. I say orange, you say green. Well, actually, we need to know, what is it? Is it orange or green? So one source of the truth in a supply chain, for example, as Sharon said at the start, Sharon's background and my background in terms of supply chain, where are the products at every stage and how many are there? I might say there's 10, Sharon might say there's 11. So massive, really useful use cases around that side of it. So think about complexity, lots of different parties, actors, and this one view of the world. And if you can think about that and build solutions for there, you're in a very good position.
Yeah, that's the other phase of the consensus. And speaking of that, we'll return to that issue. I'd like to ask Christy. Christy, who owns the intellectual property of these projects that get to the Power and Possibility Hackathon?
The developers definitely still own their intellectual property, but one of the things we do ask is that this is open source technology that's contributed back to the ecosystem for the greater good. I think developers need to don't be so concerned about people taking your ideas, because ultimately the ideas are in English we say they're a dime a dozen. Everyone can have ideas, but it's the execution and it's the entire package, along with not just the code, the design, the look and the feel, and how you interact with the product, with your project, that is key. That is your unique fingerprint, and no one can take that from you because it inherently has your own creative spark as a developer embedded. And so I don't hyper focus. Share your ideas freely, inspire others, be a leader in that way, and focus more on having your unique fingerprint, your unique signature in what you do and expressing yourself through your projects.
Now, Mike, we talk a lot about the use of blockchain and the importance of, make useful solutions for the real world. What kind of solutions are we expecting the participants to send in order for be successful in the real world?
That's a very hard question, Alexis, to answer. We're looking for, as we said, for real use cases in the real world, and it's hard to find. And that's why we do hackathons, and that's why we invite the ideas to come in. Any tech has to have a real use to be useful and used. Otherwise, it will die, or it will be just a stepping stone for something new. This product market fit is so important, and the holy grail of tech and business. Moreover, I would argue that the revolutionary tech like blockchain sometimes make it even more difficult to find that fit, because it's so new, right? So you have to really think of new ways to connect new dots and shift the paradigms, and at the same time creates the opportunity to create these new business models. So I would be inviting people to think along not only the line of what is technically feasible, but also how can I connect this technology to real world? What other pieces I need to be thinking to create a new business model, a new paradigm? And I think blockchain offers this opportunity plentiful to do that. And moreover, NEM, the new economy movement, is actually right in the middle of this revolution. We are redefining the economy, and we would like you to be part of this, and we will help you.
And hopefully we'll do so. Now, before thanking, of course, for your time, I know that something that you personally could recommend to those participants and those who are still are waiting for sending their submissions. Okay, let's begin, of course, again with Sharon. Sharon, what would you recommend them?
Well, first of all, to explore the idea with others and to talk it over with others and not to just be solely on your own. I would say that's your number one.
Just to go for this, just to bring your ideas to us and, think them through, bring them to us, but work with, the team that's going to be around to develop them. This is groundbreaking technology. This is new world. So no idea is a stupid idea. Don't think that you've got a crazy idea and it's not worth it. I honestly can tell you, I've not seen any crazy ideas yet with blockchain solutions that we would say that is crazy. The ideas for blockchain are so new and so out there. Bring them, because one of these really out there ideas will become one of the biggest solutions around blockchain. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing this. There's so many ideas, so bring your crazy ideas and let's see what we can do with them.
I think I said it before. I'm super excited to see more projects that are either in the area of protocol enhancements, innovative research. Would love to see how people build both plugins and extensions to improve Symbol's capabilities, as well as small little product ideas. Focus on the design of your product, and that is it. Design isn't how something looks; it's essentially how also something works and how it's architected and how people engage with it. And just super excited to see all the projects that come out of this space. And if you need any help, I'm always available. I'm just a ping away.
I want a very simple thing, Alexis. I want the next killer app.
Okay,
So,
no, that's fine. That's a great recommendation. So break a leg, you all participants. Well, let's leave it until now. Thank you all judges, Sharon, Anthony, Christy, and Mike, for your time and for sharing with us. And for the developer community, remember, keep it simple, useful, and attractive. And as Mike said, who knows, maybe you could be building the next game changer blockchain solution using, of course, Symbol. Thanks again. See you all, guys.
Take care.
To get more information about the Symbol Hackathon, please visit our website, symbolplatform.com.